Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another topic related to unordered list in HTML. Prior to this session, we have already discussed many topics related to unordered lists. So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we are going to talk about the list style positioning. Okay, so we will see what is positioning, what all possible values are available to apply, and what would be the different if we use both of them together. Okay, so these all things we are going to discuss in this session. As I mentioned that prior to that we have already covered many things related to unordered lists. So if you have not watched those sessions, then I recommend you to please go and check out those sessions first, because this entire playlist in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow the session sequentially, then it would be very easy for you to understand the ongoing topic. Okay, because for now we are just focusing on the positioning part. Like we will see how we can use style attribute in order to apply some positioning to our text. Okay, so that's why we are just focusing on that area, not on the basics, because that is already covered in a detailed manner. All right, fine. So now we are going to see like how we can use the list style positioning in with unordered list. So here you can see I'm using this code, and the code is very basic. Like I just noted down the basic HTML code here, where I'm just using one heading, h1 for HTML by Sharmit. So if I save the code and refresh the code, you will see that it is coming like this only. Okay, so far we have not applied anything to the code, so that's why it is just a simple page with one heading HTML by Sharmit. Now what we will do, we are going to utilize, as I mentioned that we are going to learn about the list style positioning, right? So for that we do need a list. Okay, so let's firstly create the list and then we will move ahead. All right, so here what I will do, I will simply write here ul for unordered list, then enter li, which is for list item. So these things we have already discussed, right? What is ul, unordered list, what is li, list item. So these things we have covered, right? So we are moving ahead. Now here let's give some heading, so that it from by looking at heading you can easily identify what topic we are learning. Okay, so here we will write on list of products, list of products, list of products. Okay, a list of yeah, or we can simply write unordered list of product. That is up to you, but for now we are going with this only, list of product. And here in the bracket I will put the mark which is list style positioning, list style position inside. Okay, so this thing we are going to implement, that's why I just mentioned it inside. Okay, fine. So list of product, list style position inside. Let's see how it will work. Okay, so let's firstly add some data here. So firstly I'll add laptop, then I'll paste li. Next list item would be mobile, then next item would be tablet. Okay, after that we will simply write next item which is camera. Okay, so four items has been added. Next is printer. So these are the things which I wanted to mention here. And always I recommend you to put at least 5 records of data, because when you are trying when you are practicing with larger data, then it would give you more clarity. Okay, so make a habit to do practice with at least 5 records. Okay, that's why I always create a list table at least 3 to 5 records. Okay, fine. So far what we did, we just put one heading, and heading is showing that list of product, list style position inside, and then we created the unordered list with 5 elements, so 5 items. So let's save this code and refresh your browser. So you will find list of product, list style position inside. But list style position inside we have added only in the heading part, not in the actual list. So let's add it there. Okay, so for that you just need to write here in ul, just simply write style, and in style you can write list style position. Then we have two possible options. inside and outside. Let's go with inside. So once I write inside, after a save, when I refresh the browser, you will see that it will be shifted to right. So refresh, you can see now it is shifted to the right side. Why? Because we have applied the positioning as inside. So in case of inside, the bullet point moves slightly inside to the text. Okay, so in layman terms, you can say that when we want to show a bullet point just before the text, then in that case we will utilize the list style position as inside. Okay, fine. Now what we will do, we will see the another example where we will use the list style position as outside. Okay, let's go and see. So here if I do enter, let's add another heading, h1 list of vehicles. Okay, vehicles, and here we are going to use list style position outside. Okay, fine. So we have added this thing. Now before that, save it, refresh your browser, so it is coming like this. Now it's time to add the next thing, which is we are supposed to create the another list. So another list li for the list item. Here we will put the vehicle name like car. Then next item would be bus. Next is tractor. Next one is train, and next one is bike. Okay, so here we have added 5 records. So let's see, and also let's apply like, okay, just save it and refresh your browser. So you can see right now it is coming like this, and now you can easily see the difference between inside and default. Okay, we have not applied anything yet in this second one, but still you can see the difference here in the list. When we have applied the list style positioning as inside, it is moved toward right side, or it is the pointers are coming just before the actual text. Okay, and it is slightly towards right side. This is the default case, so let me add the outside part. So here we will write a style, list style type, and here we will write, I think only type is selected, so list style type, which is outside. Okay, now you can just simply save and refresh. So once I do refresh, something is wrong here. Okay, let me check what is wrong here. We just need to remove this because it is showing numbers, not sure why. Let's save this code, refresh it again, it is coming like this. Okay, now we will apply the list style again. So list style type, maybe we have selected something wrong. Okay, I think we have selected list style type instead of position. Okay, that's why it was giving error. So now we can see we have option inside. Just simply save it and refresh your browser. So instead of inside, we are supposed to write here outside, so put outside. Okay, now save it and refresh your browser. So you will see that after applying outside, it is not impacting anything here. Why? Because this is the default one. Okay, so by default, list is coming with a list style position as outside, and that's the reason we are not able to say any difference here. To make it more clear, let me show you one more list item. So here we will add another heading like list of sports. Okay, and here we will write list style position default. Okay, this time we are not going to provide anything specifically, we are just going with a list style position as default. Okay, so we are ready with it. Okay, now it's time to add one more list to show you the difference. So here we will write ul And let's copy this to save the time. We will simply copy this part from here to here, just save it, and instead of this we will simply write the name of sports. So we just added cricket, basketball, next is baseball, and next is football, and another one is volleyball. Okay, so we have added this list, and you can see here we are not applying anything, so let's remove the style part. Okay, so we are not applying anything here, and now we can save this code and refresh the browser. So you can see there is no difference between the second and the third table. Why? Second and the third unordered list. Why? Because in the second one we have applied the list style position as outside, and in third one it is already set as outside because by default value of list style position is outside. Therefore you can see the difference only between the first and remaining two. In the first one we can apply left inside list style position as inside, that's why it is coming bit different as compared to the last two, because in both last two outside is applied. What in one place we have applied it by intentional, and in the second place in the third list we it is applied by default. Clear? So this is also an interview question, like what is the by default position for the list style, then you can simply answer the by default position is outside. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things, so thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.